Good morning, children. Welcome back to the next new session. So, in this session, we are going to discuss the lesson the Indian election system. The Indian election system. Yes, the Indian election system. So, in the previous session, we have discussed what elections are, why it is very important to conduct an elections, what are the rules that has to be followed to conduct an elections, what is the main necessity that has came for us to conduct an elections. Okay, I have told you what elections are. I have told you how roughly like how elections are conducted. Okay, not in detail. So we have discussed the houses of the parliament, that means two houses in the parliament, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, as well as the members in each of them. We have spoken about the direct elections and indirect elections. Okay, so we have also spoken about the age that is necessary to participate as a to participate as a voter is 21 years by the time of 1988. That has again changed to 16 years after 1988. Okay, so these there are some set of rules how the elections has to be conducted. So there is a change in the constitution book, that is 63rd amendment, that means 63rd change in the constitution, that it should be changed from 21 years to 16 years. Okay, so we have all spoken about these things in our previous session. So in this session we are going to discuss about elections, who is going to conduct the elections, who is responsible to conduct the elections, what are the rules that has to be followed to conduct the elections. Okay, so firstly, the elections has to be conducted in a free and fair manner. In a free and fair manner, that means without cheating or without giving more priority to any other party or giving more importance to any other person. So it has to be done in a free and fair manner. So in our constitution it is written that elections has to be conducted in a free and fair manner. So the responsibility to conduct the election for the entire state or entire country is given to a board known as Election Commission Board. Election Commission Board. Yes. The Election Commission Board is, the headquarters is at New Delhi. Okay. So and the headquarters at New Delhi now. So to run the election commission, there should be a person to look after that. Okay, so just keeping a school, just naming a school, it is not going to get good marks. Okay, there is a school, for example our school, St. Paul's English Medium Public School. So we have a school, so there should be some students reading in that, there should be some teachers, some staff working for that school, isn't it? If all these are there, then only the students are going to read, with the help of the teachers are going to make them understand the lesson, and then these students can read by themselves and then perform in the examinations and get good marks, isn't it? In the same way, there is a board known as Election Commission Board. Behind the Election Commission Board is a person who has to look after the Election Commission Board. He is known as Election Commissioner. Yes, the Election Commissioner. The Election Commissioner is a person who is been appointed by the President of India, who is been appointed by the President of India. So there is a section in the Constitution, that section 324 subsection 2 in the Constitution, it was said that there should be election commissioner, and who has to be appointed by the President of India. Now election commissioner duty is to look after the elections that has to be run in a free and fair manner. His work is to arrange all the requirements for conducting an elections. He has to look after the machineries, that means what are the requirements, that means machines or the polls or the polling booths or where it has to be conducted. He has to give away the election symbols to the nominated parties. He has to look after whether people who are participating are eligible or not. He has to see that whether the people who are appointed as a working staff for the election commissioner are not going or not transferring from one place to another. So all these are duty of an election commissioner. If any such things which are not seen, or which are just not properly observed by the election commissioner, he will be removed or he will be taken off from his job. So the election commissioner is a person who enjoys his work, enjoys the freedom or the independence of working as an election commissioner for India for 6 years. So his term is 6 years. So either 6 years, or if that person completes 65 years, either 6 years or 65 years, 6 or 65. So whichever is earlier, if the person is of maybe some 45, 50 years, he can work for 6 years, or he is approaching to the 65 years, any of that, either one will be applicable. So any of that, if he completes 6 years, he has to leave the job and the other person again will be appointed. So whereas if he completes 65 years, so he has to retire from that place. Okay, so either one. Now this person, election commissioner, can be taken off from his job by the people who are sitting in the parliament. But the people who are sitting in the parliament, now the parliament people, the Lok Sabha as well as the legislative assemblies, that means all the MLAs, they have the power to take off the election commissioner from his post. Now the people who are sitting in the Lok Sabha as well as the MLAs they should accept that means 2/3 of its members should accept that this person has to be removed from his job. Then only that person will be taken off from that job. So this is all about election commissioner. Now we'll talk about state election commissioner. Now state election commissioner, now what happens? Now we are talking about the state. Now state election commission came into force on 31st 31st 1 2016. 31st 1 2016, that too after bifurcation of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. So when it was state election commission came into force, that means when we have started our own election commission, that is on 31st January of 2016, after the bifurcation means dividing of the states. Now but before, after that means our state is divided, but the other states who has already recognized that the state elections or state commission should be there, it was started on the year of 1994. That means state elections came into force on 1994. That means from that year state election, that means every particular state should conduct elections for that particular state. Understood? So 1994 is the year where election commission came into state election commission came into force. Now it was all applied to all the states in India, for all the 28 states in India. Now but after the bifurcation, that means the dividing of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana in the year of 2016, 31st of January, Andhra State Election Commission came into force. That means we have started our new separate election commission. Now to be as a party, that means to be recognized as a party, he has to, that means the political party, okay, he means that the political party has to either get 3 votes, that means 3% of votes, or 3 seats in Lok Sabha, 3 seats in the parliament, okay, anyone. So that party will be recognized as regional party, okay, 3% of votes or 3% of places, that means 3 or at least 3 seats in the parliament, okay, anyone, that party is known as regional party. I repeat, 3% of votes or 3 seats in the parliament, any of this, okay, any of this, that party will be recognized as regional party. Now other is either 6% of votes, 6% of state votes, as well as 11%, that means 11 seats in the Lok Sabha or 11 seats in the parliament, any one of 11 seats in the parliament, that too from 4 different states, that party will be recognized as national party. That party is recognized as national party. I repeat once again, 6% of vote in their particular 4 states, in different 4 states, 6%. Okay, and the 11%, that means 11 seats in the parliament from which belongs to 4 different states, which come, this 11 can be coming from 4 different states. So this will be known as the national party. I hope you understood the difference between a regional party and the national party. Okay, this is how a party is being recognized. Now, how does a party starts it works from? Okay, what is a political party? Now, political party means here people who have same kind of ideology. Now, for example, me as a teacher, I should have intention to teach only social studies. That means I should have knowledge about social, then only I'll go forward with my job, isn't it? Now, if I have done some nursing or some doctor work or some nursing work, and if I start teaching in the school, is that okay? Definitely no, it is not going to work out, isn't it? In the same way, people who are working in the political party should have same kind of intention. That means we have to work hard to be or to make our party win. So what are the things we have to do? How hard work we have to work to make our party win, or to get an appreciation from the, to get an recognition or appreciation from other parties, or how could we rule the country. So this is the motive, that means the motto they have. No, motto here means the main motivation or the main intention. So what finally they want. So political party, everyone who is working in the political party should have same opinion, that everyone should have an opinion that we have to win, we have to do something for the country. Okay, people who go forward with the same interest, okay, they are known as political parties. Now, political parties, what they have to do is, firstly, they have to collect their symbols from the, they have to collect their symbols from the election commission. Okay, now what are their rules? See, they have to collect their own election symbols from the pool of symbols. Now, pool of symbols means in the election commission, there are some symbols there. We have to pick any symbol that is similar to us. For example, maybe some axe, some flower, or whatever symbols we see in the elections time, no? So these people have to select any of the symbol from the election commission. Now, they cannot bribe or terrorize any people. That means they should not create any kind of fear among the people that you have to vote for us, otherwise you're not going to be safe from our hands. We are going to do something to you, we are going to harm you or your family. They should not terrorize, or they should not bribe. What is bribing? Bribing means giving money. Lancham will say, no, in Telugu, that they should not terrorize, or they should not bribe. Okay, when the election commission, the board says this time only you have to conduct rallies. What are rallies, children? People going on the streets, no, saying their slogans. We are going to do this, we are going to do that. Okay, they are called slogans. So they have to create rallies, that they have to conduct rallies only when the election commission says. That too, they will mention some time. Okay, this time only you have to work. Okay, after this date, you cannot go out for rallies. They cannot go before, or they cannot go after a particular day for rallies. Isn't understood? Now, they cannot paste, or they cannot paint their symbols or write any slogans on the wall of the houses. Okay, next thing, they cannot tell any voter to go to other place and to put a particular vote. Okay, this also cannot be done. Okay, so there are so many rules that an political party has to strictly follow, or otherwise they will be taken off from their political party, or they will be taken off from the election commission. Now, one point that has to be added in the state election commission, that here in the state election commission, as in the election commission, I told president is the person who is appointing the chief election commissioner. That means the main. Okay, chief election commissioner or election commissioner. Here, when it comes to the state election commissioner, here the chief state election commissioner is appointed by the governor. Now, along with the governor, he is the only person who has been working. But in the state, that means in the first in the election commission, that means the main, the head office of Delhi, in the state election commission, along with the chief election commissioner, there will be two other election commissioners also helping him. Okay, there will be one election commissioner along with him. The other two additional election commissioner will also be there. So these three people will be working. Now these people, how did they get appointed? They have written the exams of civil services. People who have written and scored good marks in civil services, these people get a chance in that. Okay, this is this is election commission. Okay, forgot a point to mention there. Okay, now when we come to state election commission here, person here, the chief election state commissioner will be appointed by the governor. Appointed by the governor. Now he cannot appoint any of the working staff here. He cannot appoint any of the working staff. So the working staff will be appointed by the central government. Okay, as well as that too with the consent of the president and the governor. That means the president and governor will decide if any staff is required to that particular state. Okay, now state election commission means this elections will be conducted in villages and towns. For example, Andhra Pradesh State Election Commission came into force on 31st January 2016. Okay, so here they will conduct elections to all over cities and towns and villages that Andhra Pradesh have. So Andhra Pradesh, whatever cities, towns or villages, whatever it is having, they are going to conduct particularly in Andhra Pradesh. If any staff is required, so if any staff is required, the person will be coming from the central government. Okay, that too, which persons, the persons they have, these persons will be sent with the consent of the president as well as the governor. If they both accept, then only the staff will be sending to the state election commission. You understood, children? Now, political party have given all clear thing what political party do. Now, these political parties, one more point, that they cannot do any kind of services before the elections. Before the elections, for example, elections are coming near, so why don't we lay the roads or provide electricity, that means electricity poles, or provide water facilities? No use at all. If you do also, that is waste of time, and that is against the election commission rules. Understood? They should not do all these things. Only they have to do all these functions, all the works what they have promised to do only after once they win the elections. Understood? Before the elections, whatever work they do, it is waste of time. They should not do first thing. If they do is also, it is illegal. Okay, next thing. What are the things they are going to do? For example, if I be the leader, if you are going to choose me, people come to every houses and streets, no, please put vote for me. If you are going to put vote for me, I'm going to repair the road, or I'm going to bring the electricity to your village, or maybe the water pumps to your houses. In the villages, no, houses do not have water pumps in every house. Okay, I'll bring the water facilities to you, I'll bring the food facilities to you, I'll bring the education system properly in your state. They have some promises, no? So whatever promises they make, no, first they have to write in a statement. They have to write in a paper, a statement of a paper known as manifesto. Manifesto. Okay. Now, manifesto is a statement where whatever they are going to do, that means whatever the services they are going to do after winning, all these things will be written in the statement known as manifesto. This manifesto helps people who are going to vote will have a clarity that yes, so and so party is going to provide so and so facilities if he wins. That means we'll keep in our mind, okay, if you put vote for this, electricity will come, water facilities will come, okay, education facilities will come, okay, all these facilities are going to come. So people will have a clear image. Okay, so this manifesto he has to submit in the election commission also. Okay, so this is about the election commission. Okay, about the election commissioner, about the state election commission, about the political parties, as well as the things they have to follow, that means a set of rules they have to follow to participate in the elections. Now, in the next session, we are going to discuss how actually the elections are conducted, how people come, how people vote, where do they go, what is a procedure one by one. We'll all shall discuss in the next part of the lesson. For any more doubts and queries, please ask us immediately. We'll meet up in the next upcoming class. Till then, bye. Have a nice day. Thank you.